Hi there, Andy Modeler back with a follow-up video concerning the Super Air ARTF model aircraft from the Black Horse Company. In the previous video I did the box opening and showed you the main component parts of the aircraft, as well as showing you and speaking about the other modelling items that you have to buy, fit out and install to get your model aircraft airworthy. There are some other things that you can do to a model aircraft that benefit its longevity and hopefully prevent any problems down the road, even before you start to open the instruction manuals, whether you follow the build sequence that they detail or whether you do and deviate and do your own build sequence. What I'm about to show you now is what I've done on all other previous ARTF model aircraft that I've bought to date. Now, I own one Western UK Mini Hype and it's 5 years old now, and I've had no problems with it, and I'm sure, well, I hope that what I'm about to show you now has benefited to that effect. Okay, out of the box, anybody who has bought an ARTF model aircraft before will notice that the glue joints sometimes are not the best. So what do? Well, get yourself, if you can, some good quality CA glue, and on every joint, okay, run some CA glue down on every single joint, from the radio gear bay all the way through to the front firewall on the inside, obviously. We're not talking about using a bottle or half a bottle, nowhere near that. We're not wanting to add a slurry of CA glue in there, but just make sure that every joint has some. That, I think, is one of the main key features of making sure that there is no structural damage inside the radio gear bay, because when you start thinking about the weights of the battery and the servos when you're flying and pulling high G, they do have an effect on the structure on the inside of the model aircraft. Okay, what else? Well, where the servos mount, it's just light ply from the factory. It's just light ply. Well, I wasn't very happy just seeing light ply mounts, okay, for the servos. They may be fine, but I just wanted some peace of mind, so I got myself 1.5mm good quality birch ply. All right. Measure the hole openings for the standard servos there. Okay, cut yourself out the same size opening, and on the back side of the ply, glue them in. Okay, in the opening you're going to have to either have clothes pegs or miniature clamps, but do one at a time. Use, like I say, good quality wood glue, and that's going to be great. Alright, what else? Well, the next thing I do is, you don't have to be Picasso, but fuel proof inside all the radio bay, okay, and the front firewall. 2 light coats, 3 preferably, of a fuel proofer is preferable to one really runny heavy coat of fuel proofer. Take your time, keep going, take your time to do it over a couple of days, okay. If you want to buy this model today and fly it tomorrow, then you don't have to do any of this. This is just, I'm trying to show a way that will keep problems at bay. Okay, working on from there. Where the servos do mount, okay, I've treated myself from the modelfixings.co.uk, okay, to 2mm Allen head screws. These are servo screws. Now, why do I prefer these to the servo screws that are supplied with servos? Well, these, okay, are parallel, where some servo screws that come with the servos, they are tapered, slightly tapered, okay. And so when if you drill holes for the servo mounts, all right, these, when they go into the wood, they will bite into the wood and they will stay firm. I have had in the past with the servo screws that come with servos, they sometimes come loose, okay. It's not often, it's just, like I say, peace of mind. You're just buying yourself a bit of peace of mind. And even the nice people at Model Fixings, I bought a pack here of 200 screws. Don't go buying 10 or 50, alright. Go and buy yourself a decent amount if you're serious about model aircraft. The nice people there, they even give you a 2mm Allen key. But the other things that you can do, you can treat yourself to, there's a T Allen key with a ball Allen head, ball on the end to go into the Allen head, and that means that when the screw, if it's at an angle, okay, you can work on it like that, or you can just have a standard 2mm screwdriver head there. The other thing, at the front end, the firewall, this is the engine mount that's screwed to the firewall. The nuts are all pre-installed behind on the inside of the firewall. Well, from the manufacturers, they've given a Phillips head screwdriver. Well, go and buy yourself, treat yourself to these. Are actually, I think, 4mm again, Allen head screws, and a decent torque wrench. Sorry, T wrench. And if you get yourself some decent tools, it's a lot nicer to work with. I was always put off from when I was building my own model aircraft. I didn't have any problems in the construction, the bolt sword side of it, but I always sort of dragged my heels a bit with the fitting outs and the fixing. This is when I was a lot younger, until I found the trick was to get yourself tooled up with some decent tools, some decent items to work with, and it's a lot more pleasurable to work with. Because when this Allen head driver is inside the Allen screw head, you're not going to slip and damage the model. The number of times that I've slipped a screwdriver off a normal servo screw and damaged the inside of a model, well, I could probably buy myself another model with just every time that happened if you give me £1. And the other reason for buying a bag of Allen screws is because the model comes with two Allen screws for the fixture, for the mounting of the wings. You put the wings either side on an aluminium tube, and then on the inside of the fuselage you tighten. If you were to drop or lose one of these at the flying field, then well, it's going to spoil your day. You're not going to fly that day. So get yourself some spare screws. Alright, the other thing that can make the servo installation a lot nicer is that when you're marking out the holes for the servo, even if you've got quite a small drill, it's going to foul the side of the not by much, but it's not going to be nice. You're going to have to be very careful there. So what you can do, get yourself a pin chuck. Now this pin chuck has two different diameters. To hold two different diameters. This is just a bit of spring steel wire, piano wire, but what is it, 3mm in diameter, and this one here is to hold the drill bit, so that when you pop that, tighten that up. When you're then drilling down in to the fuselage, you're not going to catch anything. You're not going to catch the side of the fuselage at all. Well, like I say, I hope that that's given you some ideas of how you can probably do a better improvement, do a bit of improvement on the way that the inside of the fuselage is finished. Well, thanks for watching.